escaping with ET.
Well, mate, the other week I was down at Bateman's Bay and I was chatting to one of the guys who does a lot of surveying underwater, and he also does a lot of fish species, basically looking at the different identities of fish hanging around the different wharves, and they basically said about Mulloway, everyone thinks that they hole up, they go into a big deep hole, but these guys are saying, look, they don't actually go into a deep hole. He said that's pretty much a load of rot. He reckons they're up in that shallow water between, say, 5 and 10 metres, and anything deeper than that they discard. So they're up in that section, they'll find some places out of the current, but they move around a lot in the day. And so, you know, we're at the moment in 6.3 metres of water, and it's an idyllic spot just here. It drops away off that edge. So we're up in the sort of shallow area in the hope of catching a mulloway. So it's maybe a little tip that might help you. Sometimes everyone talks about these deep holes, but maybe it's about, you know, being up in those shallower waters, because the mulloway will certainly feed up there. What we're going to do now is just show you the rig that we're using. We've got this running sinker rig basically, so we've got the snapper lead. Now it's tied to 20-pound line because we've got some rugged country down here, Glenn, too, haven't we, mate? Yeah. So if the sinker happens to hook up and we had 50-pound fluorocarbon, well, something's going to snap off. Either we'll probably lose the hook and that rig, or we'll lose the whole lot. If we drop this down to 20-pound, it's still strong enough that we'll be able to pull it out of, you know, weed and kelp. But if it does get snagged up, it means this will be broken. We'll lose the sinker, but we'll get our rig back. So we're almost halfway home in setting it back up again. Now, 50-pound fluorocarbon trace, as you can see, a couple of sharp Gamakatsus. And you like these hooks, mate, don't you?
I love them, mate. The only problem with them is you quite often stick your fingers with them.
They are.
Because they're just so sharp.
The Gamakatsus, you know, they're super sharp, and these are definitely the hooks that you want. Yep. The octopus.
I like the octopus pattern with the turned out eye.
The turned out eye.
The Snell rig there, it means the line can pass through unobstructed. And every little advantage you got with hooks with line strength is and knot strength is important.
100%. All right, well, we've got, as you'll see, the sinker sits on the bottom. The bait will waft along in the current, whether it be a live bait, so a 2-hook rig, we could put a live squid in there, we could put a live yakka or a slimy, mullet, garfish, all sorts of live baits will fit in this rig pretty easy. Now, if you're going bigger, you can add a 3rd hook as well. And actually, on one of our rigs at the moment, we've got a massive big tail. I reckon the fillet's about yay big, and it's butterflied. So the butterfly means that it's been cut down the middle, so 2 of the flaps are flapping and the head's all intact. So very big bait for a very big fish. What we've got also is, you know, heavy duty gear. We've got a beautiful, this one here is a grappler rod from Shimano. As you can see, it's a nice long rod. We've got it matched up with this Saragosa, and the Saragosa's got 50-pound braid on it. So it's a saltwater 5000. Beautiful setup. Lovely for casting, but also good to be able to set out for mulloway as well. Now, the other important thing is having fresh bait. Live baits are great. We always go out and we try to catch the liveys first up so that we've got a bait tank full of live fish. Live squid, go out there and catch your squid as well. It's going to give you such a great chance of hooking up to a really good fish. And what we've got here today are some dead baits. And when you think of dead baits, you think of those ones out of the service station. Well, have a look at those. All crystal, nice and white and clean. Perfect size for a 2-hook rig, and cryovac. So all the air's been taken out, and you can see they are just like they've come out of the water, yet they've been...
They're still changing colour.
They are still changing colour. They're fantastic.
Yeah. It's important to get rid of the ink out of that area as well, because I believe the ink and blood and things like that are quite corrosive, and they will deteriorate the flesh. So that's
get
my
the ink
belief
out
anyway.
prior to
yeah,
the
you just give them a
system.
nice wash in salt water, pat down, not press down, but just a pat down so that when they go in, they don't squirt and things, because they're usually
still ink.
Yeah, still.
So you can see these baits here. We're going to put a bait on this rig right now. So we'll rig up. As you can see, we've got one snell up the top, and just the hook tied on down the bottom, but a beautiful, so we can do varying lengths of squid or live baits. The thing with these two hooks, it doesn't matter so much if this is even intertwined around the squid. The fish will come in, see that squid, smell that squid, whack. It'll all look good to the Dewey.
It's a pretty aggressive bite when the fish comes up on a nice bait.
Absolutely. All right, we might slice that open. How do you want to do that, mate?
Oh, just see how much bit to go.
Just straight across the top.
Oh, I missed it.
All right, so one of those little baits. You can rig her up if you like, mate.
Okay.
So beautiful baits. I mean, sometimes you go squid fishing and this is all you catch this size. You kind of go, oh, well, great baits. Other times you catch them this size and then a couple of big honkers. Well, the big ones, good on the table. Not too much better than fresh calamari.
They are. I catch a lot of squid. My family don't eat them very often because they all go to mulloway bait.
Yeah, that's right.
The first one we try and get up close, but there's the clear bone in behind here and it goes through the bone, so it's got a little bit of...
Well, I hope you enjoyed my fishing video. If you did, make sure you like it and comment below. If you're new to this channel, subscribe and tell a friend, and make sure you press the notification bell so you're notified of our next video.